Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kyusho here, and now, before we do begin, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of events have happened. We had Izuku. It has been over 9 months, if I remember correctly, since the apocalypse has broken out. Winter was coming to an end, and a lot was happening. Izuku brought an unwelcome visitor back to the manor, and the moment Setsuna laid her eyes on him, she lost complete and all sympathy for this man. The man was involved in their torture and abduction with the military, and he had quite the mouth on him. And Izuku was willing to rip every single tooth out of it until he got the information he wanted, and this man shut the fuck up. Now, Baka tried to play good cop. That didn't work. He wasn't good cop, but Deku was worse cop. So yeah, a lot of things started to happen. Setsuna stabbed the man, Melissa threatened the man, and Deku took action against the man. Meanwhile, Bako was trying to figure out what to do. Ochako is going through a lot of things though. In this world, it is different. Rules have changed, and there are no laws. However, she still is trying to adapt. Let there be morals. Without humanity, what do they have left? Not much. If they allow themselves to fall to hate, rage, actions like this, they're no better than some of the cannibals or crazies that are out there. They're just other monsters. And that had her terrified. She's put up with Izuku's actions for a lot of things. But bringing a man home, hearing him just scream out and just yell, hearing Izuku just beat this man senseless, seeing it herself, how Deku was acting. Honestly, it had her scared of him more than anything. Deku is a lot of things, but seeing him act this way was the final nail in the coffin. She loves Izuku. She cares for him. He has saved her life and saved their friends' lives. He's been their leader. But right now, maybe it's time to take a step back, reevaluate a few things, talk to him, let him know she's putting her foot down. If they're going to survive, they've all got to stand up for themselves. Even if it means stepping away from people you do care about. I mean, let him know and see if he will stop. Just put the man out of his misery. Don't torture him. It's worth something. But Momo even talked about it. These people talked about power. These people know something about getting the city turned back on and having lights on at night. And this, so there was something. They might control power and water, and yet they're not giving it to anybody else. Now, with that being said, Deku, we do currently cut to him. It has been a very, very eventful day. And the man, he does sit there. Currently, him, with his arms tied behind his back and grievously wounded. He still has his fingers. He still has his tongue. He has a lot more teeth that can come out. And his face is bruised and bloody. And Deku, he'll get a walk over. Right now him going to turn and set down his glass. Before, going to turn and bend down. Grabbing the bucket of water and going to turn, throwing it onto the man. Him going to jump awake before going to look up. And currently he does a see out of his one good eye. And there actually is Izuku, who would get a turn. Him grabbing one of the knives on the table. Before, he would step forwards and bring it up directly to the man's swollen eye, cutting in his eyelid and relieving some of that pressure. Right now him going to actually open his eye and stare at Deku, as blood begins to trail down his face. And Deku does begin to express. If he's gonna talk, he should talk. Besides, he ran out of toes. So, what exactly is he going to say? He's still got plenty of teeth. He's got fingers too. Or, if that's not gonna work, how about he just drops him off in the city? And the man, he does stare at Deku. This time his face going to waver. And Deku, he does notice that. Him going to express, stepping forwards. In fact, if he's correct, there are some zombies right outside the gate. I mean, burying him would be a waste of time. He doesn't deserve a burial. So, what is he gonna do? Well, the man gonna don't jump forwards, as if he's gonna bite Izuku. And Deku, he already knew he was far enough away. The man has no room. He's bound to that chair. Tightly. And the man is stare at Deku. Him going to express. If he's just gonna kill him, kill him. Besides, his people are going to find him. It doesn't fucking matter. You say that. Now, I'm going to leave, and you're going to sit here, cold, alone, and aware. If I hear any noise from this room, I'm going to come back and I'll personally cut off everything I can from your hands. Now, I'll figure out what to do with you tomorrow. They're going to stand, turning to the table and going to push it far away. Right now, him going to express, turning to the man, that someone's going to be in here to tend to him, though they're probably not going to be very nice. He does have plans. He's got a lot to do. Someone will be outside this room to keep watch on him. If he does try to annoy them, then they're going to gag him. Does he got it? Him going to look up and repeat something he said before. The kid doesn't realize how special he is. And Deku has a turn to the man, telling him he's not special. You say that? Come on, kid. You and I both know that that's a lie. The doctor never told you? I mean, I guess you weren't around. Something's up with your biology. In fact, you're more like a zombie. I'm not a zombie. No. Well, I guess you haven't run into them yet. What are you talking about? Well, there's a zombie running around. Doctor doesn't know what it is. It's blood. It's strange. Unlike anything she's ever analyzed. Listen, that's all I know. Alright? And where's the doctor? Alive. Deku turning to the man. And the man does go to express. She's alive and well. The crazy bitch is certainly alive. She's studying something new. Something that shouldn't exist. The infection, it produced a lot. Though it's also alive. What are you talking about? There's something giving the orders. Is that what you want me to tell you? I already knew that. You did? How the hell did you know that? Because I've seen things. Alright? Now, Deku would a turn. The man trying to express again. If the kid could turn humans back, would he? Deku turning to the man and staring at him, aware that that doesn't seem possible. It's not possible. And Deku, you're gonna walk out of the room. Currently, I'm gonna turn and look at somebody, nodding to them and telling them. The guy's out of it. So if they want to go in there and handle him, then they can. Though, who's on watch? Hmm? Oh, it's Ochako. She said that she wanted to talk to you. Thanks, Chiro. So, what happened in there? Nothing. They're going to leave. And this, it does annoy him. The doctor's alive, and there's a hive mind. That's all they got. But that's information he already knew. There's something in charge. It's after him? Them. No, no. It's got to be after somebody. The idea that it's after him is certainly a strange one. It's not out of the ordinary. One for All is a unique quirk. Currently, Deku going to walk outside and look around. And Ochako, she's not here. However, he does see somebody currently pulling a few things out of the Humvee. And Deku, he does just stare at them. Currently, him gonna bring his hand down and grab his radio. Okay, so let's see. If Ochako's on patrol, then it's... I'm gonna click it. Ochako? Her currently sitting on the roof and looking out. Thinking about a lot. The city was nice whenever there was that area above it. You couldn't see the stars. But whenever it got dark, it felt scarier. You don't know what's out there. You go into the concrete jungle and it's a mess. It's terrifying. Though, there were always still those fires. The ones that were lit. And right now, her thought does a break. Because Izuku, he's on the other line. Her bring up a radio. Hello? Hey. Are you on watch? That's an... Sorry. It's been a rough day. I'm sure it has been. Listen, Bako is gonna try and head back out to the safe house. Or, no, sorry. Um, he was gonna head back out tomorrow, but could we talk? Hmm? Uh, yeah. Yeah, we can. I mean, in person. I'm on the roof. Currently Izuku going to tell her. He'll be right up. Him going to head up there. And a few minutes later, Izuku, he has to climb onto the roof. Currently, him going to watch Ochako. Her sitting there in a lawn chair and looking out. A lot going through her mind. And Deku, he does going to walk over. Him sitting down in another chair and asking if she's okay. Him going to turn and currently see Ochako, who does going to bring up a container that does contain some wine. Her is going to take a sip of it and going to turn, hand it off to Izuku. And right now Deku will bring his hand up. Right now her staring at Deku's hand as he does take the bottle. Fuck, I cannot think of the word. He does take the bottle of wine. Now, Izuku, he does take it. Him gonna bring it up to his lips and take a gulp. And Ochako stares at his bloody knuckles. Stares at the way they're messed up. Right now Deku's hands are both of them are hurt. He ripped the skin off of them. He beat that guy senseless today. She heard it from Bakugo. She talked to him found out more about what happened in that room. Honestly, her heart's racing a little bit. But, Izuku, hmm? You went too far. Deku can actually hand back over the bottle. I don't think I did. That's the problem. You did go too far, Izuku. Her gonna fully face and turn it to Izuku, taking the bottle back from him. Her gonna sit down on the edge and express to him. He hurt a man. She talked to Momo. She even talked to Jiro. Jiro said that he slit a man's throat, shot a few of them, and whenever he saw that guy, he startled her. He just made this face that made Jiro afraid. I was angry. You were angry. But now what are you? How do you feel right now? Better? Why? Ochako, if you're gonna try and talk me out of this, that's the thing. I shouldn't have to, Izuku. We were both gonna be heroes. Heroes save people. Heroes don't exist anymore. They don't. I had to learn that because of what these people and this men did to me. Izuku, calm down. I'm trying to be calm, Ochako, but I don't know how long it was. It felt short. I thought they had me for 2 weeks, a week at most sometimes. Whenever I got back to the right mind space, I don't know. I felt hate, angry, okay? You don't understand because you've never been through it. You what? I've never felt hate like that before in my life. I've never felt anger. But I'm not going to explain myself or say I'm in the wrong. I'm not in the wrong, Ochako. Her staring at Izuku and going to express. She can understand. Her going to lean forwards, bring her hand out and grabbing onto the bottle. Turning to Izuku. Though, she's scared of him. Does he know that? I'm sorry. You shouldn't be afraid of me. I know. That's why, Izuku. I'm sorry, but we're through, okay? Ochako. I'm trying to do this to protect us. You say that. That's an excuse. You're doing this for revenge. He hurt you, so you want to hurt him. Don't try to cover that up. Ochako, they know something. If they know it, they would have told us. Besides, what if this guy has people come for him? He won't. How do you know? I do. No, you don't. Izuku, he's acting cocky. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe there's a reason? Haruna looked down, expressing. Tokage is searching the truck for bugs. She's been searching it over and over and over, top to bottom, and May even looked under the hood. So far, they found nothing. But the fact that it was even an idea means quite a bit. Haruna turned, walking over and going to kiss Izuku on the cheek, bring her hand up onto his arm. And Deku, Hida stared at Ochako. As she was going to try and tell him, a little bit more serious this time. She's she's sorry, but she can't do this. If he's gonna act like a monster, she doesn't want to be around him. He is a good person, but she hasn't seen that in a while. Her gonna turn and walk away, and Deku does just stand there, a little angry, a little concerned. Ochako was his first serious girlfriend, and now his relationship is over. Lovely. Maybe he should go. No, no. If they put that guy through any more tonight, it's gonna be a problem. He could kill him, but, well, tossing him to the zombies would be the most. No, that's what Ochako's talking about. He's talking about killing a man. Right. He's supposed to be a person, but Deku doesn't consider him that. He's filth. But looking at it from that perspective, it is messed up. But it really shouldn't be funny. Wait a second. Deku gonna turn, and currently he has to walk back downstairs. Currently, Jiro watching Deku around the corner and walking a bit fast. And this, it does somewhat concern her. Deku currently gonna walk back into the room. As he does, gonna bring his hand up. Him grabbing onto something and going to turn to the man. Walking over and bring his hand up. Him expressing to the man that if he's still awake, then he wants a few answers. The man gonna look up and stare at Deku, giving him a smile. One missing teeth and bloody in the grin. And Deku stares at him, asking exactly where the tracking device is. And the man, he smirks at Izuku, because it took him fucking long enough to think about this. God, the kid's an idiot. And Deku, he does a step forwards, currently going to bring his hand up and put a knife to the man's throat, pointing the tip of it into his neck, talking about it. You know, if he does stab him in the throat, if he doesn't destroy the brain, he does turn. Does he know that? And the man stares at Izuku, Deku expressing, though he does wonder, if the brain's still active, if the infection doesn't fully change you, what does it do? It does make you immortal, though that's just a theory of his right now. Does you remain conscious? Well, I mean, some of those zombies, they're smart, so it's a part of them. I mean, he's dealt with the ones that mimic the human voice. Has he seen the kids running around? Has he seen the spiders? Heard the way that those ones wail out? There's also the sticker. The one that has a wall of faces on it. Has he ever heard the way those things sound? He wonders, though. What will he turn into? And then as a stare to Zuko. Before Deku, he does go to slightly push the knife in. And the man, he is going to feel it poke into his neck. Before, we just got to do one thing. He has to turn his head and slice his throat. And Deku, he does just not stand there. Him going to back up as the man, he does have his head somewhat fall forwards. Currently, him just choking on his own blood. And Deku, he has to step back. Him a lot more alarmed as he would turn, walking over to the door, and tell Jiro they have a problem. Her turning and walking in. And this guy, he currently does not sit there. His head tilted to the side as his neck is spitting blood. And currently the man, he's already stopped breathing. And Jiro would return, asking what the hell happened. And Deku, he doesn't really say too much. He does just gonna turn and point out that the man has a tracker on him. He has a goddamn tracker on him. He's the one who's bugged, not the car. They gotta get him out of here now. And Jiro is confused. Deku walking over and bending down. Him untying the man's restraints as he does gonna tell her, stick him. Her gonna turn, grabbing a screwdriver and walking over, stabbing him down into the brain, and they're gonna pull it back out. As she does, gonna turn, walking over and sitting it back down. And Deku, he will grab this man by the arms, and Jiro does grab him by the legs. The two trying to get him out of the manor quickly. Now, the two do gonna get him outside. And right now Tokage, she just won't sit there. Her going to sit there in the driver's seat and going through it in her mind. A few of the things that happened. It's an old wound, but still hurts. Her friends, her group, the people that no longer matter. The ones she knew that were picked off one by one by one. And that, it's the hardest thing. Don't get attached. And currently she's a turn. Seeing Deku and Jiro currently dragging this man out as Deku will walk over. Him going to throw open the trunk and toss the man's body inside. And we're going to turn to Setsuna. Him bringing his hand up and tapping on the vehicle. Her jumping out of the driver's seat and pushing open the massive door. And Deku, we're going to tell her one thing. They need her to open the gate. The guy's bugged. And Setsuna, we're going to jump up. Now, the group, they do go to dispose of the body. Currently, them going to drive him over to the bridge. And after they do get that far, they're just going to toss him over. Currently, him smashing out and into the river. And Deku would watch him fall through the unfreezing ice. And this body would disappear underneath. And the three, they do to drive back. Jiro going to walk inside quickly. Because now that she's not on guard duty, she's going to get some sleep. At least try to. Though she does have a bottle of wine waiting for her in her room. And that is another concern of hers right now. One that needs immediate attention. Now currently is Izuku, who we're going to walk over and sit down. Right now, him staring at his hands and find them covered in blood again. For the third time today. Right. Okay. So that's certainly a thing. You good? Setsuna gonna walk over and sit down, asking him if he's okay. He's dead. I thought he was bugged. He might have been. And he slit his throat. What do you mean? Deku bring his hand up, turning to her. He had it right here. And then he just threw himself to the side. He slit his own throat. He was in a lot of pain. I guess the idea that it stopped was all it took. Though, the military might come after them. If they can find that guy's body, they probably... No, he's overreacting. We're fine. I think it's the truck we should worry about. We should ditch it? No, but we might need a story. A good one, at that. Remember, the others made it look like those three were... Well, the other men were shot at, attacked, and then they're disposing of their bodies at a tunnel. So if we can make a good story, we can figure this all out. I mean, make it look good. The guy was said to be what by some people? Arrogant, a hothead, the way he was acting too. You're right. Though, if those people come here, then if the doctor's with them, I can't be seen. What do you mean, if the doctor's with them? I'm just saying. I don't know. It was a thought. If I see her, it'll be a problem. They'll wage a war for me. You're saying that again. Why is it so important to get you? Because I was corkless before the infection. But then I wasn't. But the infection started at UA, the first day. I know. I know. Setsuna, you know how I told you I'm seeing this guy named Toshinori? Yeah. Toshinori Yagi. I don't know how I know his name, but he was All Might. All Might. Wait. All Might. The number one hero, All Might. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna head inside real quick. I'll be right back. Her currently in a stand, turning and walking away. And Deku, he does get to sit there, just staring down at his hands, feeling the blood flake off. It's already dried. And it's a feeling he's sadly been getting used to. He doesn't remember why, but he stopped wearing gloves. But for the winter, he put them back on again. I mean, Bucko wore them, Todoroki wore them, even Momo. But whenever he took them off again, no, put them back on for the winter, he just didn't like the feeling. Currently, Tokage coming back out, and she would go to walk over, setting down herself, along with holding up, currently, a bottle of alcohol, expressing, also holding up a bottle of water. That she thought that he might need this. Her pulling off the cap and beginning to hold it up. And Deku, he would rinse off his hands. As currently she could express, her bringing her hand up and pulling the cork off the bottle of wine. Her spitting it out, talking about it. She remembers that Momo, she liked this one, though she thought it was a little sweet herself. Then again, she's pretty sure they're not gonna care. There's like 5 in there. Her gonna take a sip of it, and go to chug at least 2 or 3 more gulps, turning to Izuku. And Deku would snatch the bottle from her and go to express. Toshinori Yagi was the number one hero. All Might. He was also the man he got his quirk from. I'm gonna take a sip. And Tokage stares at Deku. Because this is a little that I what? Her just trying to understand it. And Deku spills the guts about it. One for all. The quirk he inherited from All Might. All Might's not his dad. He was his teacher. His dad's overseas somewhere, probably dead, dealing with some other fucked up zombie. Or a zombie himself. Though All Might was the closest thing he felt like he had to a dad. Shit. So, but that doesn't make sense. How can you get a quirk without being born with one? And so you are an anomaly. They were right about that. Yeah. Oh my god. That's fuck. Mhm. Listen, Not to change the subject or anything, but do you know if we have any hair dye? Hmm? Her turning her head, and Deku would bring his hand up to his hair, talking about how he's probably gonna change his color. Though he thought about going for black. I don't know. Green just seems a little too unique. I mean, it just makes a little bit of sense, right? You want to dye your hair black? I'm gonna turn and bring her hand up to his hair, talking about it. Hmm. I don't know. I could see it being blonde. Maybe red? I mean, red's a pretty good color. Though, maybe even a dark red. Or, ooh, no, no. What about. No, no. Pink would stand out too much. Her talking about it. And Deku would have turned, bring his hand up and grabbing hers. And he would have someone pull it off, talking about it. Okay, so that's sort of what Ochako talked about. Hmm? What? That. Listen, me. Fuck, okay? I don't know how to deal with this. Deal with what? This. Such no. Are you into me? What? Uh, why? Ochako said you are. And hell. I'm gonna bring up the wine bottle and take a sip. Currently, him beginning to chug a few things down as he does at least try and think about the next words he's about to say. Him going to pull the bottle away and talk about it. Ochako decided to break his heart. Apparently, he's a little too intense. Tetsuna does this stare at Deku, a little bit more surprised. Is he asking her about, uh, I mean, yes? Huh? I do like you, Izuku. Though, I think after everything that's happened, you're not acting rational. Her gonna actually lean forwards and give Izuku a kiss on the cheek before going to stand and someone smack him on his back, talking about it. Though maybe tomorrow everything will be a little bit more simpler, a lot less complicated. But yeah, she's got a few things to do herself. Her gonna turn and walk away, and Deku to sit there outside. And right now, he's got a few things going through his own head. As there is All Might, who does gonna manifest standing in front of Izuku. And Deku, he will gonna stand. Currently, him taking the swig from the bottle, and I'm gonna stare at it for a minute. I'm gonna stand up and throw the bottle at All Might. Currently, it flying through him and smashing onto the Humvee. It breaking apart as there is somebody who would gonna lean over the roof staring at what happened. And Deku, he doesn't sit there. Him bringing his hands up to his head and just trying to think about a lot. And this, it does mean quite a bit. And currently somebody, they do get to walk down from the roof. They've been listening in, and it's a little hard not to hear them from up here. Though Izuku certainly does need somebody to lean on right now, talk to. Maybe, you know, someone to help him out. And right now, someone, they do get to do that. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.